Welcome to the Luke Coutinho Show, where we can learn to reimagine our lifestyle.
Good morning, Sister Om Shanti. I'm learning that tagline from you. I feel it very powerfully now. So thank you for, teaching that to us always. I think I first need to start by thanking you for the generosity of your time over the last couple of days to help us with all this beautiful knowledge and wisdom that we want to do everything in our control to make it reach maximum people. Today, as I speak to you, I'm looking at my roster right now, and I have 9 cancer patients, okay, who are coming for different reasons, and all of them are at different stages of their disease. Forget about just cancer. While we're talking about cancer, there are people who are going into surgery this morning, or maybe tomorrow. There have been people who have got a sudden shock diagnosis of any disease. It could be diabetes. It could be a fit person who's been working out, eating well, and all of a sudden they have a blockage in their heart. This is life. This is real. I would love for us to use our time today to talk about, while we may get doctors, we may get nutritionists, we'll do the best we can as an individual, bio-individual, unique human being. What are the healing tools that I can harness in me right now by looking within?
Uh, when we are going through an illness, we look at everyone outside and we think they are the ones who are going to take care of us. So, whether it's the doctors and the whole team of healthcare professionals, or at home, it's the caregiver, the family. So, we are like, I am not well, so everybody else is going to take care of me. And so, we forget our own role in the healing, our own role in the healing. I was once in a hospital and I met a doctor who himself is an oncologist or oncosurgeon, I think. And he was going through cancer and a very advanced stage of that. And I went to meet him. He just said, lying in bed, I have understood one thing. He said, all my life, I have told patients, I will heal you. I will heal you. I will make you okay. He said, this was all ego. This is not true. I said, why? Of course, you've healed so many people. He said, no. What? And the figure that he gave himself as a doctor, he said, as a doctor, 40% work we are doing. We means our procedures, our medicines, our everything. He said, 60% depends on the mind of the person. He said, I can tell you now that I'm on the other side, I can tell you 60%. I said, no, don't underestimate what you have done so much for the world. He said, no, I can see it right now when I am the patient. He said, I know what all is going on here inside me. The fear of the future, the fear of my family, so much is going on. I'm not being able to put this to rest. I can see all this happening. And as a doctor, I understand the impact of this on my body, the impact of this on my treatment that is going on. So he said, I really want to tell everyone, don't say they will heal me. Say they will treat me. I will heal myself. I have to heal. So the patient means the one who's going through the healing, will always have to remember that they can treat my body and they will do the best. Even family can take care of my body. But nobody can get inside here. This is the only place that others cannot treat me. There I have to play the role. And so while the body is going through healing, it's the right energy radiating from here which will then go in harmony with what is being done with the body. So the best is being done with the body. But for the body to heal faster, I need to radiate the best energy to the body. But how can I be calm and how can I be happy and how can I be confident when I'm hearing all sorts of things about me, about my body around me? But then ideally, if I was spending some time with myself before, then the journey would have been easier now. If I was used to seeing my mind, if I was used to looking at my thoughts, if I was used to changing my thoughts. Spirituality teaches me that, okay, you created this negative thought, take a pause and change it. It's like wearing this white dress. Actually, this is spirituality. You wear a white dress first thing in the morning, and then you go through the day doing everything that you have to do. But take care that by the end of the day, it's white. So how do we do that? Just take care. Do everything, but take care. And if, in spite of all taking care, there is a stain, pause, clean it immediately. Don't say, okay, I'll clean this at the end of the day or I'll wash this tomorrow morning. No, I have to keep this white throughout the day. So that is spirituality. Keep this white throughout the day. So if I was taking care of that and then there is a disease in the body, I would know exactly how to think about it. First and foremost thought is, this has come for my benefit. 100% sir. This has to be my first thought. Whether I like it or not, whether I believe in that line or not, that one line starts putting a full stop to a lot of negative and waste thoughts. And my body right now cannot take negative and waste thoughts. Cannot, because then I'm not in harmony with the healing that the therapist and the doctor is giving me. My thoughts have to be in harmony. And that's why doctors and even you must be experiencing that hypothetically same disease, same treatment, but two people respond differently. So doctors will say because their bodies are different. It's not only because their bodies are different, because their minds are different. Their minds are different. So for some patient, the doctor would think, no, it's chronic. I don't think we will be able to really resolve this. And they go and create a miracle. And for another patient, the doctor is very certain everything will be fine. We will come out of this very soon. And they create a crisis there. So medical science does not always go as per its medical predictions. So why do medical predictions? And that is why medical predictions go wrong, astrological predictions go wrong. All these predictions sometimes go wrong because depending on the power of the mind of the person. Power of the mind of the person. So that power of the mind is the only thing is in my control, but that's a huge power. That's a huge power. So consciously, we can create a few thoughts, affirmations for ourselves, and we can repeat them any number of times during the day. And the other day I was at the airport and this person comes up to me and say, you know what, I must tell you something. I had high blood pressure and for last 3 months, I have given up medicine. He said, yeah, I had it for 10 years. I said, you gave up your medicine on your own? Did you talk to your doctor? Yeah, my BP was dropping. And so the doctor says I have to stop medicine. I said, what happened? So, I just saw one video which had given 5 thoughts. I'm perfectly healthy body. My blood pressure is normal. I'm a powerful soul. I accept people. So I kept saying that. I said, did you come to the center? No. Did you watch any more videos? No. Only one reel of 1 minute and those 5 thoughts. I said, how is it possible? With 5 thoughts, your blood pressure is normal in 3 months. He said, it's happened. I said, how many times were you creating those? Because I have not seen that I have not created even that kind of a miracle with my body. So I said, I must learn from him. So I said, how many times were you creating it? He said, it was constantly on my mind. He said, right now it's become like my music that plays here. It's like those thoughts. I've said it so many times. He said, it's like a music that is just going on in the background while I'm doing everything that I'm doing. And he said, my relationships at work have got better. I'm not reacting. I said, so obviously blood pressure will get better because now you're not reacting, you're not angry. But meeting him, I realized, look at the power of the mind on the body. A 10-year medicine. He has come out of it in 3 months just by taking 4 thoughts, believing it firmly, creating it repeatedly, bringing a change in his mannerism and his thought process, and the body responds so soon. So we underestimate the connection between the mind and the body. There is another brother who came to the center just last week. His mother-in-law at the age of 86 was diagnosed with 4th stage cancer. Obviously, because of the age, the treatment was an issue. So they gave the first chemo cycle, but maybe there were some issues in the terms of side effects and all. So the doctor said, we will have to go a little slow. At this age, we can't do much. And this brother had been experimenting with the power of thoughts with water. Water absorbs vibration. Water memory is a very powerful thing. And he said, okay, let me do it for her with water. And he did those affirmations with water. And all that he was doing was giving her those high vibrationally charged water. And then they gave her a second chemo cycle. And after 10-15 days, they were not expecting any miracle. I still don't know what the miracle is. But he says that there is no cancer in the body. He says, and the doctors are calling it a big miracle. And he's telling me it's happened because of the water. Because I had shared it with him to do it with water. But even now, my mind finds it very difficult to believe. But he is 100% convinced. He said it has happened because of that. I said, try and understand. Cancer that was spread so much in the body cannot just go away like this just because you gave those affirmations into the water. He said, why? You only keep saying energize the water and then that. I said, yeah, but cancer was spread all. He said, but it has happened. She is cancer free. Doctors have said she's. So, you get to learn from people. And though my logical mind is still finding this difficult, but for them, it is their reality. It is a reality which they have created. So we need to use this power, the power of our mind in healing. And that's why we have faith healers also, no, in the country. There are faith healers who are not doctors, they don't treat, but they radiate some powerful energy just with their mind. And the patient who is going to them is going with 100% faith and surrender, no doubt at all. And then the other person just touches you or does this and they say, my pain is gone. So if we start using power of medicine with power of mind, so medicine is using power of medicine, faith healers, spirituality are using power of mind. But if we use power of medicine with power of mind, creating miracles percentage will go way, way higher, way higher. So not some people say, okay, then I won't take medicine. No, that's also wrong. It's power of treatment with power of your mind. So we create a few thoughts which we can use as our affirmations for our healing, irrespective of what's going on outside. Even if the body is not responding right, I have to continue with those high vibrational thoughts like I'm a perfect health, my body is perfect healthy. I'm a powerful soul, my body is perfect healthy. Whatever is the issue right now in my body. So if it's a tumor, then I create a thought, it's gone. I don't use the word cancer in my affirmation because I'm not going to affirm the word cancer again and again and again. So we will not use the word cancer, that the cancer is gone. We will just say that little guest which has come is gone, gone forever. And most important to say, gone forever, never to come again. This karmic account is over, never to come again. And during the treatment, there will be ups and downs. Someday something is fine, someday some parameters. Whenever the doctor says to you, you know what, your sugar levels are not fine, immediately I have to create a thought. My sugar levels are normal and give the figure. That vocabulary of what is not normal is for the doctor. My vocabulary has to be normal, my thinking and speaking, because my body is only going to catch what I am thinking and speaking. My body is not going to catch what the doctor has said. My body is only going to listen to what I am thinking and speaking. So my body is closest to my vibrations. Like we say, we can feel the vibrations of people. No, when we meet people, we say, I can feel the vibrations. Our body lives with us. So our body consumes our vibrations 24/7. 24/7. So if the doctor says, oh, you know what, your creatinine level is not normal, it's gone way above immediately, my first thought, my creatinine level is normal and with the figure. And now I will record only this here. They will treat what they have to do. I will heal from here. So whatever ailment we are going through, suppose someone is going through a surgery. When someone is going through a surgery, they have to create that thought that the body is perfect healthy. The doctor is an instrument. The doctor is an instrument. The divine is going to operate on me, and my surgery is going to be a divine experience, healed forever, never going to hospital again. So just create these thoughts. I mean, we practice it that if you're going in for a surgery, till your last minute when that anesthesia is going to be given to you, you have to go in that consciousness. So that now the next hour, 2 hours where you are not conscious, it is your last thought which was on your mind is going to work on the body. Couple of years ago, 7, 8 years back, I had to go in for an emergency surgery. There was some cyst which burst in the body. It was a crisis because it had spread all over in the intestine near the intestine. So the doctors were a little skeptical just before the surgery. And the doctor said to me, I need to tell you this is serious. That sepsis is all stuck to all the intestine. So when we clean it, there's all those details. I said, let's not discuss. Everything is going to be perfect tomorrow morning. You just start tomorrow early morning. That's all. And when my last thought, just before going in for that anesthesia, my last thought, this doctor is going to have a divine experience in this surgery. Forget me. Me too, I knew it's going to be a divine experience. That full faith I have. Everything will be. I said, this doctor is going to have a divine experience in this surgery. On early morning, by the time I came into consciousness, it was about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And when I first opened my eyes, and he was standing there, and I just looked at him and I was about to say thank you as my first word to him. And he looked at me and he said, don't ever say thank you to me for this surgery. I have not done it. It was a divine experience. And I had goosebumps because he said exact words. He said the exact words. He said this was a divine experience. And he's not into spirituality. From where is he going to use this vocabulary that this was a divine experience? So I realized the power of our thoughts, which we are creating for people, when you're radiating it to them, he used the exact line. Exact line. So using the power of the mind. And then he said, oh, it was nothing. We thought we were, it just went. He said, it just went untouched. And if we do the opposite, we create fear, we create panic. So even if things were not bad, they start getting complicated. Like on the day of an exam, if I create fear, panic, things start happening in my body. My gut feels uneasy, I feel. So if I'm going through a surgery, if I'm going through an ailment, and now I'm creating fear and stress, already there is discomfort in the body. Now I'm radiating and creating more discomfort in the body. So then the doctors say, Baba, it's taking time. It should have been okay in 4 days, but it's already been 8 days. So those complications, which the doctor will say, oh, complications, are less in the body. Those complications are more in our mind. And that mind radiates that complicated energy for it to manifest as a complication in the body. So don't listen to what the doctors are talking. That's their vocabulary. You just follow what they're asking you to do. But the vocabulary of the mind has to be only towards perfect health and healing.
Sister, I love the examples you shared. And I also, you said your logical mind kind of battles with it sometimes. I think I'm no longer in that battle space because I'm seeing it so often now. Very, very similar. We had this couple, the daughter and her husband, and they bring their 76-year-old mom. Okay, there's a cancer, it's spread all over the body, and they are going to go for treatment. And then they were saying, but Luke, should we tell her she's going for treatment? Because she's always said, I'm old. If anything happens to me, she doesn't even know she has cancer. Mm-hmm. So I had this book, which I told you about, Dr. Bruce Lipton. And I said, see, this is the placebo effect. Let's go through it. And if you feel inspired not to tell her, you're the family, that's your decision. In the US, it's very different. Whether you like it or not, you need to tell the family. That's as per legal. So we went through this, explained the placebo effect. And 6 months later, she comes back for a review. Okay. And I don't even know whether they've told her or not because we didn't have a following discussion. She had gone through 30 cycles of chemo, 40 cycles of radiation. When she walks into my office, she looks like she's never had a cancer in her body and she's not even gone through a chemo cycle. So I thought maybe she didn't go in for the treatment. But I looked at her reports, reviews, PET scan, everything. She didn't know she was getting chemotherapy. She thought she was getting IV vitamins. That's what the family told her. And she, being this old, beautiful lady, just trusted her family so much. And at that point, my mind was impossible. Chemo's got to create at least this effect, no diarrhea, no constipation. And that's when I was amazed with the power of the mind. And another thing that we see on a daily basis, of course, we wish all of our patients would listen to us, but most of them do. And we have this guided visualization where before they go in for chemo, they're actually describing what they want chemo to do for them. Like, I wanted to grow my hair. I wanted to strengthen my gut, the exact opposite. And we have oncologists calling us up saying, hey, what's this patient's? What vitamins are you giving them? What are you giving them? And that's what I said. Some of them are even your videos, which I said the natural chemotherapy yesterday through your videos. But my mind no longer battles with it at all. I believe it, I see it. And sometimes I don't even term it as a miracle. I just term it as this is how our bodies are supposed to heal us.
It's the science of the mind, actually. No, it's the science of the mind. Yeah. At our headquarters, we have a program called Reversal of Coronary Artery Disease. It was done with Dr. Abdul Kalamji actually came and inspired them to start it there. So the person with 90, 95, 98% blockage, sometimes in all 4 arteries, asked to go in for a bypass. They come and stay there with their spouse or one family member for a week. They continue with their treatment. In that 1 week, right lifestyle, but visualization here. How those arteries are getting, how it's all getting cleaned, how it's getting cleared, how that divine energy is flowing through it. And up to now, there's about 96% result out of 10 to 12,000 people who've gone through it. They go back and they continue for at least 6 months, the meditation and that. And then they get out, they check, and then they walk up 3 floor steps and they come and they share their results. And then today they become volunteers to share that with everybody else who's coming in the next group. So, right lifestyle for the body, yes, but a lot of power here, power of the mind. That's why it's called Sankalp se Srishti. Thoughts create our world. So it is create. It is not even heal. It is create. And most important to remember that a lot of the disease also I have created from here. Whether I created in the sense my emotional baggage, which I could have caught from my past life also. Even if I check my present life, I would say, okay, no, everything has been more or less okay, but it's a past baggage that I'm carrying. It's a emotional turmoil that I have created in the womb, and that keeps on radiating to the body gradually, gently, and it will then manifest into a disease along with our not very perfect lifestyle right now. So I also need to remember that the root cause of the disease, we can call all this the cause that we are eating, drinking, but the root cause of the disease is Sankalp se Srishti. Thoughts create my world. So if I work on that root along with the medication, healing will automatically happen because I'm addressing the root. Like nowadays there are healers, energy healers, pranic healers. So we are 3 stages. I am the soul, then I have an energy body, a body of energy, light, and then there is a physical body. So first, the conflict is here, the blockage is here, the clot is here. Then it comes into the energy body, it radiates into the energy body. So those who do Reiki, those who do pranic healing, those who do distant healing, those who do energy healing, they will clean the blockage from my energy body itself. If I don't remove it from my energy body, third stage it comes into my physical body, and then I come to know that it's a disease, and then I get treatment done. But the doctor will be able to remove that disease only from the third stage, only from the physical body, because that's the science, to remove it from the physical body. But I will have to remove it from here. So if I start that removing it while the treatment is going on, it's magical. But after that, I also take care to keep this fine. So the body may be 100% cured, perfect. But if I don't address the root, if I don't address the source from which those vibrations were radiating into the body, then I'm again radiating not the right energy to the body. So it's not just enough that my body is perfect now, everything is healed. Yes, but I also need to now check my emotions. And everybody needs to check. All of us are going through something. I need to keep checking my emotions. Now, I definitely need to prioritize letting go, forgiveness, acceptance. Everything now should become easier for me because I need to say, I have to keep my body fine. I have to keep my body fine. So while holding on to something, remember your heart is getting affected. Do you want to do that just because someone has not been your way? Do you want to hold hurt here and create a blockage here just because somebody didn't behave your way? So when I start remembering this, then automatically I take care of the mind and the body both.
Sister, thank you so much for this. It is so inspiring as always. And, I was with Dr. Anil De Cruz. He's been an oncologist, professor, oncosurgeon for 30 years. And the other evening I was with him and I said, from day one, when you started cutting open bodies to do your work, till the last surgery that he just did before meeting me, I say, what have you learned? He said, if we're stressed over here, the disease is what I'm operating on tomorrow. And, there was nothing else. Like you rightly said, of course, we got to change the way we eat, sleep. That's important. But if we're not changing our mindsets and how we think and the feelings we create through our selection of thought process, I think medicine and nutrition is very incomplete as a subject. It all starts from the mind. Sister Shivani, thank you so much for all the time you've given us. It's a pleasure. I wish I
There's
could.
so much to learn. There's so much to learn in all these interactions.
Exactly.
We all
And
need to learn.
yeah, I think my last 2 mornings, starting them with you, I can feel that energy throughout the day in everything that I do. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much, Sister. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more. We're going to continue our journey, learning, sharing, and evolving.